Hello everyone, and welcome to the King of Awesome. Every year, hundreds of animals fall victim to electrocution, despite efforts to keep them away from electrical sources. Animals always seem to meet their demise with their curious feet leading them astray. In today's episode, we will delve into the unfortunate stories of animals that have inadvertently found themselves electrocuted. But before we begin, please do not forget to support my channel by subscribing and press the bell icon. Small animals, driven by their inquisitive nature, find joy in exploring new territories. This adventurous spirit often leads them to investigate anything that catches their interest, even if it means encountering a charged electric wire. For instance, there was a chimpanzee living in an area surrounded by thin wires. Fascinated by these wires, the chimp decided to approach and explore them. However, the unfortunate outcome was a shocking experience that left the chimpanzee in dismay. The chimp's family gathered around, clearly distressed by what had happened. It was evident that they had grasped the dangerous nature of electricity. From that point forward, it seemed impossible for the chimpanzee to approach any other wire throughout its life. Interestingly, there was another group of monkeys residing in a temple who seemed engrossed in their own activities, oblivious to their fellow monkey electrocution. This monkey found itself suddenly surrounded by a network of electric wires. Desperately struggling to extricate himself from the predicament it had unknowingly fallen into. Eventually, the monkey exhausted all its energy and collapsed to the ground. Fortunately, the owner of the video clip mentioned that the monkey received the necessary medical attention and was expected to recover. Almost everyone enjoys rainy days, but sometimes rain becomes biggest problems for some animals living in the residential areas. For instance, consider the perilous situation caused by the rainwater near electric poles. Anyone who encounters the electrified water runs the risk of fatal electrocution. Unfortunately, this was the fate of a helpless cow. The cow, driven by its constant thirst, approached a body of water with good intentions. Yet, as soon as its feet touched the water, it fell to the ground, succumbing to the deadly electric current. Such incidents are not isolated. Similar tragedies involving cows have occurred in various parts of the world. Subscribing to my channel may be the tiniest thing for you, but for me it means the world, as it pays off for all my hard work in this video. Now, imagine witnessing a bear climbing an electric pole. It's undoubtedly a surprising sight. What could drive such an animal to expose itself to such imminent danger? Well, in this case, the bear was climbing the pole in search of bird eggs. Unfortunately, upon reaching the top, it became stuck and found itself unable to descend. Then, suddenly the bear is electrocuted and fell unconscious. The authorities tried to save the bear, but it was electrocuted and met an untimely demise. The heart-wrenching part of this story is that the bear's lost cub was found nearby after the mother's tragic passing. There was another incident involving a group of monkeys who were found playing on high-voltage power lines. One monkey held onto the wire and became electrocuted, with no one around to assist. The locals, noticing the monkey's plight, quickly bought a long stick to disentangle it from the wires. Unfortunately, the monkey had already lost consciousness. Despite their efforts to revive it by performing chest compressions, all attempts proved futile. The monkey ultimately succumbed to the electric shock. In another heart-wrenching scene, a cat was discovered stuck on an electric fence. The circumstances that led to this predicament remain unknown. The rescuers and onlookers came there to rescue the cat. However, fate had a different outcome in store for the unfortunate feline. Just moments before the cat could be saved, it suffered a fatal electric shock. The intensity of the electric charge was so powerful that it created sparks and a deafening sound. The cat tragically fell to the ground, lifeless. In a puzzling incident, a sloth decided to climb an electric pole in a forest in India. One might wonder what could have driven the sloth to undertake such a risky endeavor. Unfortunately, we may never know its true intentions. The local villagers in the city of Nizamabad were awakened by the commotion, but no one witnessed the sloth's ascent or subsequent electrocution. When the authorities finally brought it down from the top of the pole, they discovered that it had already passed away. It was a mysterious and unfortunate turn of events. Remember the chimpanzee that attempted to escape a zoo in Japan? Driven by its longing for freedom, it fled from its captors and climbed onto an electric pole. For over an hour, it traversed the precarious wires, embracing a world of beauty and freedom. Despite pleas from concerned individuals below, urging the chimp to descend, it stubbornly remained at the top. It seemed that the allure of electricity outweighed the confines of captivity. Eventually, the authorities administered a sedative injection to the chimp, which was carried out using a blanket to prevent electric shock. Though the chimp survived this ordeal, it suffered minor injuries from the fall but remained captive once again. In today's episode, we've explored several captivating and tragic encounters involving animals and electricity. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which story touched you the most? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.